Hello everybody, and welcome to my white paper presentation on the Black Diamond Camelot C4. So this presentation is targeted towards intermediate and advanced climbing enthusiasts with the purpose of describing the Camelot C4 to provide climbers with an incentive to try trad climbing. And this presentation is designed to be presented at a rock climbing product trade show. The objective of the presentation is to demonstrate the value of the Black Diamond Camelot C4, presenting it as a piece of rock climbing equipment that can be trusted and relied on to ensure the utmost safety of intermediate and advanced climbers so they can finally give trad climbing a try. By the end of this presentation, intermediate and advanced climbers should understand how the Camelot C4 can help them achieve their climbing goals without having to worry about gear malfunctions. So this presentation will consist of 5 main sections. I will first discuss the barriers that prevent climbing enthusiasts from attempting trad climbing in the first place. Second, I will examine the Black Diamond Camelot C4, providing a product overview, a description of its physical components, as well as a description of how it functions. I will then discuss the value that the Camelot C4 can bring to intermediate and advanced climbers by discussing the device's features and the benefits that those features offer. To finish off the presentation, I will give a brief concluding summary, some final recommendations, and then I will also leave some time at the end for some questions. The barriers of breaking into trad climbing. Ever since its inclusion in the 2016 Summer Olympics, rock climbing has seen an increase in popularity, with the sport seeing an 11% increase in overall participation. However, this popularity is entirely concentrated among the indoor disciplines like bouldering and top rope, with indoor climbing seeing a 2.7% increase from 2020 to 2021 versus trad climbing, which experienced a 3.3% decrease during the same period. One reason for this is because of the increased risk of injury that trad climbing poses. In fact, the results of a study conducted over a 30-year period showed that accidents were twice as prevalent for trad climbing than for indoor climbing, with rappel errors being one of the leading causes of fatal accidents. The second reason for trad climbing's low participation is that it has a relatively high learning curve. Trad routes are notoriously difficult, with many being 2 times harder than indoor climbing routes of the same grading, and this difficulty can be intimidating. Trad climbing also requires climbers to place their own protection gear, which puts them entirely responsible for their own safety. So this is a discipline in which you need to have a certain level of knowledge in order to participate safely. Not only do climbers need to know what gear to bring on a trad climbing session, but they also need to know how that gear functions and how to properly set up that gear while climbing along a route, because placing a camming device both too tightly or too loosely is hazardous to a climber's well-being, and having such knowledge takes time to learn. All right, so now we will start examining the Camelot C4. So for the product itself, the Black Diamond Camelot C4 is a rock climbing safety device that serves to prevent the user from falling. It's categorized as a spring-loaded camming device, or CLCD for short. And this means that the device uses spring-loaded technology to support the user's weight, using friction to grip the sides of a crack formation through the expansion of the camming lobes. This anchors the user into the route that they're climbing. So the image you see below is of a Camelot C4 in action. So here you see that the camming lobes are expanding against the sides of the crack formation, and this provides friction needed to hold the user's weight. Here you see the physical components of the Camelot C4. The first component is the axle, which is a metal rod that passes through the cam lobes, keeping them attached together. Next is the stem, which is the main supportive body of the device. Then there is the sling, which is a nylon loop at the butt end of the stem, which climbers use to attach a belaying rope to. So this is the part that connects the climber to the route. Next is the trigger, which is attached to wires, and when it is pulled, it retracts the camming lobes. The trigger cables are the metal wires that attach the trigger to the camming lobes. And finally, the camming lobes are the metal discs at the head of the device, which grip the rock when they're extended. As you can see in this diagram here, this Camelot C4 has 4 camming lobes. So the Camelot C4 is a very simple and straightforward device to use. To use the device, the user must first pull the trigger towards its rear end, which will cause the camming lobes to retract, preparing the device to be placed in the desired crack. Then the user can insert it into the desired crack with the stem placed in the direction that the user's weight will be exerted, so downwards. Once the device is placed, the trigger can be released, which will expand the cam lobes so that they can grip the rock, converting the downward force of the user's weight that is exerted into friction. This will secure the climber into the climbing route. So what can the Camelot C4 offer? So due to its exceptional engineering, the Black Diamond Camelot C4 offers substantial benefits to climbers who wish to attempt trad climbing but are held back due to fear. For one, these devices are very light, which reduces the overall weight of a climber's gear. This is huge because since trad climbers need to place their own protection gear, they need to haul a bunch of these devices up with them as they're climbing, and having a lighter kit overall is a huge benefit. The Camelot C4 also has a very high strength to weight ratio, so even though the device is very light, its lightweight design doesn't negatively impact its strength and durability. It has a dual axle design, which gives the cam lobes more room to retract, which allows climbers to place the same device in cracks of a wider range of sizes. So a single camming device is not confined to just one size of crack. The device features a widened trigger, which provides better, more intuitive handling, which makes it easier to wield mid-climb, which is a big help. The cam lobes of the C4 are also sculpted, so they can grip the rock with ease, providing climbers with a more secure anchor into the route they are climbing. This increases safety and lessens the likelihood of an accident, which is what any climber would want their camming device to do for them. And lastly, the Camelot C4 comes in a wide range of sizes, which allows climbers to ascend a wider selection of routes. So climbers don't have to worry about whether they have the right size or not. Now to conclude the presentation. All in all, the Black Diamond Camelot C4 is the perfect camming device for intermediate and advanced climbers who are looking to break into trad climbing. It has a lightweight but durable design, an easy-to-use spring-loaded trigger mechanism, and an exceptional build quality, which all contribute to creating a camming device that is unrivaled in its reliability. At the end of the day, the Camelot C4 is a device that allows climbers to eliminate their fears and have fun trad climbing without having to worry about their gear malfunctioning, so they can achieve their climbing goals. To learn more about camming devices in general and how they function, you can visit vdiffclimbing.com. To buy a Camelot C4 or to learn more about the product and Black Diamond as a company, I have attached a link to their website, blackdiamondequipment.com, in the slide for you. Alright, so if you guys have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them for you.